Hey everybody, it's Jo with Jo's Monogram Vacations. Hope y'all are having a great start to your week. I don't know about y'all, but I keep thinking it's Wednesday. It's not, it's Tuesday. My kids have a short week at school this week for fall break and teacher conferences, so maybe that's why I'm a little wonky. I'll also let you know now, I threw out my back, so I'm moving pretty funny, and it's kind of an embarrassing story as to how I threw out my back. Yesterday morning, I was up pretty early, I was working and I came to the kitchen to get some coffee and I sneezed. And ever since then, I haven't been able to move. Yesterday, it just gradually got worse and worse and worse. By the end of the day, I was in terrible pain. Today, I'm feeling a lot better and I think it's getting better. I'm gonna keep resting it. Hopefully, by the end of the week, I'll be back to my normal self. But anyway, that's been real fun to deal with. I wanted to get on here and talk about something I get a lot of questions about, which is the Disney Dining Plan. Walt Disney World gives their guests the opportunity to purchase dining plans as an inclusion with their package and prepay for their meals. And people have a lot of questions about how this works. How does this work? Is it a good value? Do I recommend it? So I just wanted to kind of go over the dining plans, what I think about them, what they're good for, what they're not good for, so that hopefully you'll feel a little bit more informed because it is a sizable amount of money on your package. So let's start. Let's say that you come to me and say, hi, we are interested in traveling this week, and we don't know where to start. So what I will do is, once we have your date set, I will send you some prices at different resorts at different price points. That way you can kind of figure out which level of resort is the best for you. And then I also price out the dining plan separately, so you can see exactly how much money the dining plan will cost your family. The reason I do this is because Disney's system doesn't. It just bundles all the price together. So you're paying this large lump sum, and a lot of times you kind of don't feel like you know where it's going. Disney does not break down package pricing, and it can be a bit confusing. So I always want to eliminate that confusion for my clients, and so that's why I break it down the way that I do. There are 3 different types of dining plans. Dining plans are only available for guests of the Walt Disney World Resort. If you are staying off property at a Disney Springs hotel, at a timeshare, at a Universal hotel, anywhere else other than a Walt Disney World owned and operated hotel, you cannot purchase the dining plan. This is one of the benefits to staying on property. There are 3 different types of dining plans, and no matter where you stay, you can choose any of these 3. It's not like one is for value, one is for moderate, one is for deluxe. You can stay at a value resort but have the deluxe dining plan, or you can stay at a deluxe resort and have the quick service dining plan. I've actually done that. So the quick service dining plan is the entry level. It includes a refillable mug for each guest to be used at your resort. So actually every dining plan includes those mugs, and they are all to be used at your resort. They do not work inside the parks. So sometimes I will see people inside the parks and they're like loaded down with 8 refillable mugs for everybody in their traveling party, and I want to be like, bless your heart, those don't work here. Take them back. Like, you're lugging this around for no good reason. They're good at your hotel. We always love that. I used to have quite the Diet Coke fetish, and so I would get my money's worth with Diet Coke. Now I usually fill it with coffee, but it's so great. It's for every guest. Also, dining plans are similar to Walt Disney World tickets in that they are only for guests ages 3 and older. Babies, 1-year-olds, 2-year-olds, free. They do not need their own dining plan. So quick service. It's based off the number of nights you stay. So let's take an imaginary trip that is 7 nights. In that case, you would get 2 quick service meals per person per night, 2 snacks per person per night, as well as the refillable mug. So 2 quick service meals, 2 snacks per person ages 3 and up per night that you stay. That cannot be changed. You cannot say, well, we just want the dining plan for 5 days. It's either for the duration of your stay or not at all. And you also can't do dining plans for like half the people in your party and not the other half, everybody or nobody. Possibly the first thing you notice is 2 meals per day. I eat 3 meals per day. That's interesting. Well, yes, but that's really never been an issue for me or for my clients. If you haven't been to Disney World, portions are huge. Their food portions are ginormous. So meals really do stretch out. Some of their snack credits can actually be used as meals if you know where to use them. And that's something that I share with my clients, kind of like a way to work the system with the dining plan. The best places to use your snack credits, quick service credits, that sort of thing before they travel. So for instance, you can use a snack credit for a ginormous cinnamon roll, and that's your breakfast. What we do, I'm not a big breakfast eater anyway, and I like using my credits for lunch and dinner because those are the more expensive meals. We just bring prepackaged stuff with us in our suitcases. My kids know that when we're at Walt Disney World, it's the only time of the year they're allowed to have Pop-Tarts, and they think it's such a treat. So they usually eat Pop-Tarts. I'll grab a granola bar, so will my husband, and we'll eat while we're getting out the door. You know, in the morning, we want to get to the park as quickly as possible, and so just eating on the go works for us. But you can certainly customize that to your family's needs and preferences. That's another thing about the dining plan. It is meant to be very flexible and very personalized. Like I said, with quick service, it's 2 credits per person per night, 2 snack credits per person per night. However, you don't have to use those on certain days of your vacation. In addition, a certain person doesn't have to use each credit. So theoretically, mom could go to the park and use every single snack credit at Starbucks on the first day if she wanted to. I could maybe do that. All the credits activate when you check into your hotel, and then they expire at midnight on your checkout date. So between those 2 times, they're just on your My Disney Experience account. You scan your Magic Band to pay, and it takes a credit off your dining plan. But you can use them at any time during your vacation. Credits are good at the resorts, at the parks, and at Disney Springs. You can also use them at a different resort than the one you're staying at. So if you are staying at the Grand Floridian but you want to go over to Yacht Club and enjoy a steak night, you can certainly do that. So that's the quick service plan. Quick service meals are like grab and go. I always kind of, Chick-fil-A, Moe's, that sort of thing. It's better than just like fast food, but you grab it, it's on a tray, you find a seat. For the most part, there's a few exceptions. Most quick service restaurants don't require reservations. There are a few. Again, that's something I go over with my clients before they travel when we're making their dining reservations. One thing that people ask a lot about the quick service plan is, are we going to be stuck eating theme park food for the whole week? So are we going to be eating hamburgers and hot dogs, maybe pizza for an entire week? And the answer is no. Disney does a really great job of having a variety of cuisines available at quick service meals. Regardless of what park you're at, there's a lot of options. Obviously, Epcot has some incredible cuisines with quick service meals when you're going around World Showcase. But no matter what park you're in, there's going to be a lot of options. So you're not going to be stuck eating theme park food. Also, if you have dietary restrictions, if you're gluten-free or a vegetarian, you can eat at quick service restaurants, and the cast member will go over the options with you personally, so that you know what you can and cannot eat with your dietary restrictions. No matter where you eat at Disney World, they are very committed to accommodating those dietary needs and restrictions. So that's the quick service plan. The quick service plan is really great for families who want to be on the go. Not just families, but just groups who want to be on the go, who don't want to have to make dining reservations ahead of time, who don't want to spend a lot of time sitting around a table service meal, who just, food is kind of a means to an end for them. As far as savings go, the quick service meal is typically about a wash. You're not going to save a ton of money by doing the quick service plan versus paying out of pocket, but you're also not going to spend more money, but you get that convenience of having everything paid for ahead of time. One thing that I forgot to mention is with the quick service credits, there is an alcoholic and or specialty beverage included in your meal credits. So when you go to a quick service restaurant, anyone 21 and older can use can get like an alcoholic beverage or get a smoothie, get a milkshake, get a specialty beverage, not just Cokes and water. So that is the quick service meal plan. The second level of the Disney Dining Plan is called the Disney Dining Plan, also sometimes referred to as the Plus Dining Plan, which is what it used to be called, and I still slip up and call it that all the time. The Plus Dining Plan is the most popular dining plan. It is the one that I personally like the most for my own vacations. It includes 1 table service meal, 1 quick service meal, and 2 snacks per person per night. It does include the refillable mug at your resort. Children who are younger than 3 do not need this dining plan. They are free. And it is for the duration of your stay and must be for everyone in your group. So table service meals. Also, just like before, you can use them on any day of your stay. Any person can use them. They're all loaded onto your account when you check in. Table service meals, when I was growing up, we called them sit-down meals. That's what I think of them as. You're sitting down, you have a server. These do include character meals. And a lot of those are buffets, some family style meals. This includes most of the popular restaurants around the resort like Ohana, Chef Mickey's, Artist Point, Whispering Canyon. A lot of those really well-known popular meals. They do accept reservations 180 days in advance, and they are highly, highly recommended. This, also includes Cinderella's Royal Table, sit-down restaurants at Disney Springs. And then also you have 1 quick service meal per person per night, and then 2 snacks, and then the refillable mug. Why do I like this dining plan so much? First of all, families' character meals are a great bang for your buck. You are getting a great value when you use a table service credit for a character meal. A couple of years ago, it'll be 2 years ago this December, we stayed at Walt Disney World, and we decided we were just going to do the quick service plan, but we were going to pay out of pocket for I think 2 table service meals, and they were character meals. And when we paid out of pocket, it felt physically painful because they were just so expensive. It is so much of a better deal to get the Disney Dining Plan, especially if you want to do character meals. I also feel like character meals are a great value because you're saving time. You're getting to meet the characters while you're eating. You're not waiting in line to meet them. It's more of a casual, when your kids are a little bit skittish around the characters, it doesn't feel as high pressure as waiting in line for 20 minutes and then it's finally your turn, but there's a long line of people behind you and you feel the pressure to keep going. Character meals are a lot more chill than that. And then what I like even more than that, and this is for any table service meal, not just character meals, is it forces us to stop. We have to stop to sit down, to eat in the air conditioning, to rest our bodies, to talk to each other, to regroup before we're out the door and on to the next attraction. It forces us to kind of breathe, rest. The kids color, they do whatever. All right, let's be honest. The kids play on our phones, and it's just so nice. It's every day. I know we're gonna have this break in our day where we can rest. We don't have to leave the parks, but we know we're gonna get a good meal. We're gonna be in the air condition, and we're gonna be off our feet. I really like that. Just like the quick service dining plan, alcoholic beverages are included with your quick service meal and your table service meal. Excuse me. So that's what my family chooses. That's what I purchased for my family's vacations to Walt Disney World. The last and the highest tiered dining plan is called the Deluxe Dining Plan. This dining plan includes 3 meal credits and 2 snacks per person per night, as well as a refillable mug. You will notice that I didn't say quick service meal or table service meal, just meal credits. You can use them for whatever you like. This is a lot of food. This is not typically what I recommend for families unless you have very large appetites and want 3 meals per day, 3 square meals per day. One group that I really do recommend the Deluxe Dining Plan for is honeymooners or adult-only trips, because there are some restaurants at Walt Disney World that are called signature dining experiences. and those take 2 table service credits per person to eat there. Cinderella's Royal Table is 1, so eating inside the castle. But there are tons in a lot of the deluxe resorts as well as inside the park. So Tiffin's at Animal Kingdom is one that I really enjoy. Le Cellier in Epcot, the really famous steakhouse. Narcoossee's at Grand Floridian. California Grill at the Contemporary. The list goes on and on. But these are nicer restaurants. You can certainly take your children to these restaurants, but I won't. I won't take mine, is what I'm saying, because it would just be a little too stressful for me as a mom. These are nicer restaurants, really nice atmosphere, great food and cuisines. This is where you're going to get your really amazing steaks and just dining experiences. And so when you have the deluxe dining plan and you have 3 meal credits per person per night, you can double up on a lot of those and do a lot of dinners at those really nice restaurants. Disney has, world-renowned chefs working at these restaurants. They are truly an experience. That's why they're called signature dining experiences, because it's more than just like a meal. It's really everything from the food on your plate to the service you're receiving to just the environment and the ambiance of the restaurant itself. I've gotten to eat, I haven't eaten at every signature restaurant, but I've eaten at, I don't know, I'm gonna guess 10, I don't know, and have loved them. They're amazing. So that's a really nice perk about the deluxe dining plan. You have more meal credits from which to choose, and so you can splurge on those nicer meals, which is really fun. Especially honeymooners, I think that's a great option for honeymooners, so that you can have a romantic meal every night, but still have like a big lunch during the day, so you're not starving, and then you have plenty of snacks. When you have the deluxe dining plan, your table service entitlements also include an appetizer and a dessert. Well, do y'all hear that noise? There's like a loud trucker machine outside my house. Sorry about that. I hope you can't hear it. But that is very distracting. It does include alcoholic beverages, just like the other dining plans do. But it does include that appetizer, so you're actually getting more food for your table service meals than if you were to just use a regular table service dining credit on the Disney dining plan. Now, hopefully that helps you understand the differences between the 3 Disney dining plans. Quick service, Disney dining, deluxe dining. Quick service, 2 quick service meals, 2 snacks. Disney dining, 1 table service, 1 quick service, 2 snacks. And then deluxe, 3 meal credits to be used for whichever, 2 snacks. They all include alcoholic drinks at the meals. They all include the refillable mug to be used at your resort. Do I recommend them? That's the thing. That's the question that I get. Do you recommend the dining plan? Should I get the dining plan? Is it a good value? Hopefully y'all know me well enough now to know that there's not a one-size-fits-all answer for your vacations. When I am asked that, I really want to get an idea of what your family likes to do on vacations. However, I will say that for 85% of my clients, the answer is yes, I recommend the Disney dining plan. It is a great middle-of-the-road way to enjoy table service dining, have some quick grab-and-go options, have those snacks. The thing about the snacks that I really, really love is because I am not paying out of pocket for those snacks. And in case you aren't aware, food at Walt Disney World is priced very high. They are charging Disney prices for your pretzel or for whatever you want. When you have the quick service dining plan and your child is asking for a $6 pretzel or whatever, you can say, sure. That's one thing that I love about the dining plan. I am enabled to say yes to my children, whereas otherwise I would say no, or, maybe later and hope they forget about it or whatever. When we have the dining plan, I'm able to say yes when they want a treat. And that feels really good to me as a mom, because I feel like so much of my life is telling them no. Now, sometimes their requests are crazy. This morning, my son was begging me to go buy him a Lego set while he was at school. And I was like, have you lost your mind? Go to school. Are we even having this conversation? But then there are other times that I just want to do something nice and treat them and surprise them. And so it's so great at Disney World when we have the dining plan and they want those snacks that I can just say yes. We really enjoy the character meals, and like I said before, that is a great value on the dining plan. So we always take advantage of that. So I personally love the Disney dining plan, and I recommend it to families, whether it's your first time going or whether it is your 20th time going. I think it's a great option most of the time. There are some families who just want to go. The idea of sitting at a table service meal on their vacation does not sound appealing. They would rather be moving and doing the whole time. For them, I would recommend the quick service plan. Again, out of the 3 different plans, the quick service plan does not save you money. You break about even, but you still have that, you've paid for it. And so you can still say yes when your kids want a snack. I always have the dining plan. But a couple years ago, we went on a cruise, and our cruise stopped at Walt Disney World for the day. So we went into the parks just for that day, then went back to port and got back on the ship. So we didn't have a dining plan for that day. We weren't staying at a Walt Disney World hotel. And what happened, and we just ate quick service all day. You know, we knew there was plenty of food back on the ship for us. But every time we purchased food for the 4 of us, the cost was astronomical. My husband would like choke as he's handing our card over. Like, it just brought it down. It was so expensive. When you pay for it ahead of time, yeah, the hit to your wallet is the same. But when you're on vacation, your husband is not griping that you just spent $65 on hot dogs. Not that that's ever happened to me. But it's really nice just to have that done ahead of time and not be thinking about the actual cost when you're on vacation. It makes your trip feel so much more all-inclusive, which I really appreciate, because when I'm on vacation, I want to be concentrating on what we're experiencing, not what it's costing. So I think that that's a great option for families who maybe they don't want to do the table service meals, they just want to go. That's a great option. And then, like I said before, I recommend the Deluxe Dining Plan to any honeymooners. For adult-only trips, I think that is the way to go. Enjoy those restaurants, enjoy those meals. It will really enhance your vacation. Who don't I recommend any dining plan for? Well, if you don't plan on spending much time at Walt Disney World, let's say that you're spending 7 nights at a resort, but you're going to spend a couple days at Universal and one day you're going to drive over to the coast or something, I don't know. It's probably not a great value for you, because you're not going to be at Walt Disney World enough to really use all your credits. And so they just expire the night of your checkout night. So if you're not going to be able to use them, what's the point of paying for them? So there's that. Families that have dietary issues, dietary restrictions, they ask me a lot, should we get it? Yes, absolutely. Disney is phenomenal dealing with dietary restrictions. You will be so glad. You will feel so taken care of. I had a mom who traveled very recently, I think it was in September, and she said at their first meal, which was at Chef Mickey's, she started crying because her son, who has a lot of food restrictions, was so well taken care of and was made to feel so special. And he was just over the moon at his special dessert that had pixie dust on it. And that's usually not his experience. And she was like, I just can't tell you what this means to me, because usually eating out is a stressor. It's not something that I enjoy. And so that's something that they do really well. So yeah, if you have dietary restrictions, if you are allergic to eggs or, gluten-free or vegan, whatever, yes, they can accommodate you, and I still really recommend their dining plans. Absolutely. So I hope that kind of clears up some of the confusion with the dining plans. I'm a big fan, as I think that has come across. I purchased it for my family on our trips. And we have so many great memories of eating around Walt Disney World, and some of my favorite restaurants, period, are at Walt Disney World. Ohana is my all-time favorite for dinner. I love Homecoming. There was one that I ate at recently, and I was like, this is one of my new favorites. And now, of course, I'm forgetting which one it was. That's not good. But yes, I love the dining plan. Let me know if you have any questions about how they work, what they include, or if it's right for you, and I would be happy to answer those. Hope you're having a great day, and I will talk to y'all soon. Bye.